Hi everybody, welcome to Edutap and also welcome to another session on government scheme. The scheme that we are covering today, it is new SWARNIMA loan scheme. So this scheme was recently in news and that is why we are covering. See, we have to understand there are a lot of ministries under various and they have various schemes under it, right? But only the schemes that are in news, it has been observed, be it any examination, it has been observed that only the schemes that are in news are asked in the examination, right? So our approach should be like such, and recently this particular scheme, the details of it was given, and of anything that of that detail has been mentioned and in PIB, it to become very important, right? So that is why we are going to understand about it. It is going to be a very short session. All right, I'll take all the doubts afterwards. Shalini, good morning, and after that we are going to move ahead, right? But before starting, here's an announcement for all the aspirants who are preparing for central regulatory bodies. We have come up with one-stop solution guide to all the queries that you must be having regarding the organization you want to join. For example, if you want to know more about RBI, NABARD, SEBI, about the how the organization functions, what is the hierarchical structure, what will be your role once you join the organization, all the details have been comprehensively covered, along with about the recruitment process. So how many phases are there, what is the pattern of each phase, and what is the eligibility criteria, what is the syllabus, what not, each and every doubt that you must be having, it has already been mentioned in these e-guidebooks, and along with that we have also given some simple steps that you can follow on your own, so that you can get the result, or you can say you don't have to worry about the rest of the things and you can just start off with the preparation. So do not miss the opportunity. You can download these e-guidebooks which are free of cost from the link that is provided in the description box below. Now let's talk about this, what scheme is all about. Simply, very simple scheme it is this, that this scheme has been launched for the women, and not for all the women, but the one that belongs to the backward classes. Okay, and who will define these backward classes? These backward classes will be time to time, the central government also and state government also, they keep on publishing some data on which they decide that okay, these particular people who belong to these particular surname or caste, they will come under the backward classes. All right, so based on that, this timely, you can say, if there is a new addition or subtraction of the backward classes, so that would have direct impact on the beneficiary of the scheme. All right, and why this particular scheme has been introduced? The scheme has been introduced for developing that self confidence in women. Okay, so simply this is about the scheme. Now whatever be the other things that we have to discuss, we'll just look at it, but it's simply the scheme. New SWARNIMA scheme is for whom? For women. Of which community? Of backward classes. All right, and for what purpose? For boosting that self confidence so that they can have their own enterprise, right? So to make women to give women a platform, this particular scheme was introduced. All in all, this is about that only, right? Now here, if we talk about the launch year of this scheme, so the launch year of SWARNIMA loan scheme, so it's new, that has been added, right? So the launch year of SWARNIMA scheme is 1997. However, there were constant updates that kept on happening, and during the course of time, this new was also added. Now talking about this new SWARNIMA loan was launched when, so there is no as such particular date that is present on their official website, on any on the Ministry of Social Justice website, or any PIB news, right? If you track back, this term new SWARNIMA loan has been mentioned in PIB since when? So I even found the news of 2019 also, where new SWARNIMA loan was written, but there is no specific launch date that is mentioned in any of the platforms. Okay, now if you're confusing that what if in examination it's been asked, right? If 1997 is asked, so go for that. Apart from that, I don't think anything else will be there. And also you need to understand, if there is no clarity from the government's end on their official website, so such questions do not have any chances to be asked in the examination, right? You have to be very particular, like what are the things that can be asked. If in anything government has not provided the data, that will not be provided. All right, however, the SWARNIMA scheme, for that they have given this date 1997. For that you can if in examination 1997 is present, you can go for that, right? Rest apart, there are rare chances that launch year for this particular scheme will be asked. Okay, now it falls under the Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment. Usually it has been observed that whenever a specific section of the society has been taken care of or has been focused on, usually that falls under your Ministry of Social Justice only, right? For example, in this case we are focusing on women, so that they could be provided with the social justice of having equal opportunities for the, or having that self confidence for having a entrepreneurship opportunity, right? So in this way you can connect that how it falls under the Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment. All right, now under this also there is an implementing agency. So if asked that this particular scheme falls under which ministry, so this falls under the Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment. However, if it has been asked that what is the implementing agency, okay, so implementing agency is your National Backward Classes Finance and Development Corporation, and it is a department under your Ministry of Social Justice only. All right, so it's under this National Backward Classes Finance and Development Corporation. It is an implementing agency. However, it comes under your Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment only, right? You can just keep it like that. For example, if in a school principal is the head, right, similarly Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment is the head. Or even in college example, I think that would be better. For example, if you have an HOD of your particular section, right, for example, for whatever stream that you are in, if you have a head of department, right, so that will be Ministry of Social Justice. But then there are various teachers also, right? So those teachers, so one of them is National Backward Classes Finance and Development Corporation, and that will be implementing the agency, that will be implementing the scheme. Now this scheme, even though it will take care of the implementation, but it cannot directly deal with all the people, right, because we are talking about women of all across the states, right? So how this one particular department take care of that? So that is why whatever loan that we provided, you have to keep in mind loan has to be provided. So this loan will be provided by the state channelizing agencies. These agencies, basically these are the ones that have been appointed or approved by the state government, that okay, through these agencies or through these channels the ministry can support the women. ठीक है, तो these channelizing agency could be the banks or could be your state finance agencies also. जो आपकी state finance and आपकी जो state level में भी you have backward finance agencies, communities that are there. ठीक है, तो या तो उसके through या तो banks के through, depends from state to state and place to place to whom they can authorize to provide to distribute loan to the beneficiaries. ठीक है, तो executed by क्या है? Executed by your state channelizing agency है. And with what objective? That we have understood that we have to inculcate, the government have to inculcate the spirit of self-dependence, or you can say independency among the women and not of all the classes. Please keep in mind only for the backward classes under term loan. Now what is term loan? So term loan is the loan that has taken for a certain duration. Like this particular term loan has to be given under certain duration only, timeline only, certain duration, and that too in a periodic manner. ठीक है, तो ऐसा नहीं है कि that you have taken it once and you are paying back it once only. No, in a periodic manner you have to pay it back. ठीक है, तो that is your term loan, and term loan is also for the limited time period. So here is a time period in which the beneficiary have to pay back the loan as well. What is that? We will understand in a while. Let's go step by step. ठीक है, now let's talk about eligibility criteria. So one is common to understand. It should be a woman. The beneficiary should be a woman, and that should be especially from the backward classes. Okay, and these backward classes are notified by central and state governments. Right. Apart from that, what is the age criteria? So age is 18 to 55 years. So to the beneficiary should be from 18 to 55 years to avail the benefit, and also there is an annual income limit also, right? For example, if some people, they belong to the women, they are women and they belong to backward class, but inherently they are very rich, right? So the loan will can be misused by them, or not even misused, you can say they do not require loan, right? So this is to target the women who are actually in need. That is why it's been said that your annual family income, if you are an applicant under the scheme, your annual family income should be less than 3 lakh rupees only, then only you are eligible to take up the loan. ठीक है, तो एलिजिबिलिटी क्या है? विमेन फ्रॉम बैकवर्ड क्लासेस, एज ग्रुप कितना है? 18 to 55 ईयर्स, एंड एनुअल फैमिली इनकम कितना होना चाहिए? लेस देन 3 लाख रुपीज होना चाहिए. ठीक है, अदर कुछ फीचर्स है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल क्या है? बेनिफिशरी, इसमें जो मैक्सिमम लोन यू हैव टू कीप इन माइंड, मैक्सिमम लोन वैसे आपको कितना मिलेगा? हाउ मच मैक्सिमम लोन दैट यू कैन गेट? इट इज 2 लाख रुपीज. ओके, सो 2 lakh is the maximum loan you can get, and also the beneficiary women who will be applying for loan is not required to invest any amount from her own up to project of 2 lakh. What does it mean? It means that, for example, I'm a beneficiary, I want to open something of my own, and I only needed 1 lakh rupees. I can go, I can take it, right? I want a loan, and here I require 3 lakh rupees. So till then, how much benefit you can acquire under the scheme is of 2 lakh rupees only. Okay, so you have to understand here the maximum loan that you can take under the scheme is 2 lakh only, and for taking the 2 lakh loan you don't have to add any amount on your own. Usually if you have seen other videos of our channel in which we have discussed about the loan schemes, you must have observed that for the project that has to be built and for that the loan has to be taken, some part of it, some percentage of it has always to be contributed by the beneficiary, even if it is 5%, 10%, but always some portion of the project has to be bared by the beneficiary. But in this case it is not like that. Okay, here the maximum loan that you can take up to is 2 lakh. Until that amount there is no mandatory criteria for having the beneficiary to contribute to the project, right? So here they do not require to invest any amount. I hope this line is clear. If it is not, do let me know, right? But it's a very simple line, right? The maximum loan amount how can be taken? 2 lakh per beneficiary is given. Until this 2 lakh the beneficiary is not required to add any percentage of the money required to in the loan, in the project I mean. Okay, so it's simple like that. And talking about the pattern of financing, so here you have to understand that how financing will be done. If the government is saying that till 2 lakh loan can be taken, and till 2 lakh the beneficiary need not to contribute to the project expenses, right? So it means it is all bear by the government in itself only, right? So how it will be done? The government has said that the NBC FDC loan, which is the implementing agency, they will provide 95% of the loan that is required. Why is this 95 has been written? Because you have to understand loan can be of 1 lakh also, loan can be of 50,000 also, loan can be of 1.5 lakh also, right? Loan can be of any amount up to 2 lakh, right? It can be of any amount. So that is why it has been written in percentage, right? So the implementing agency will provide 95% of whatever loan the applicant want to have, and but the government has said that the 5% has to be contributed by the channel partner contribution as well. Channel partner is, as again that we understood, the channelizing agency by the state that will be there, right? So 5% has to be given by them only. Okay, it's about the channel. So 5% कौन देगा? Who will contribute 5% of the amount of the project? Channel partner, and 95% will be by the implementing agency. All right. Now you are giving loan, so definitely you will charge some rate of interest also, right? So what is the rate of interest? This one is more important for you to understand that how much the beneficiary will give. The beneficiary will give 5% to the bank, right? So if I'm a beneficiary, this first point I will discuss just afterwards, but you have to understand as a beneficiary how, like, why would I care that how much between the channelizing agency and implementing agency, whatever be the contribution of money, or maybe whatever be the money transfer, whatever is happening, why do I care, right? So as a beneficiary, what I have to pay to the bank for the loan that I have taken is 5%, and this is very less in comparison to the rest of the loaning schemes that are there, right? So this is in very minimal amount, in minimal rate of interest, the beneficiaries are getting the benefit, right? So how much beneficiary have to give to the bank? 5%. Now what is this first line? You have to understand 95% of the project cost was provided to the channel partner by the implementing agency also, right? So of course the implementing agency will also charge interest from it. So they are charging from channel partner of 2%, right? And then in channel partner, in return from beneficiaries charging 5%, right? So 5% it will charge, 2% it will give back to the implementing agency. So all in all, if you see, channel partner is still having the overall profit of how much? Of 3%, right? So you have to understand this, that the beneficiary will pay back 5% and channel partner will pay back how much? 2%. So overall still they are in profit, and that is why they agreed to this particular 2% thing, right? Because anyway all in all they are having the profit, right? And now how repayment is done? So repayment you have 8 years to pay back the loan. Okay, so this 2 lakh loan you can repay maximum of 8 years, means you can give before that also, but maximum till 8 years you have to pay back, and that too in quarterly investment, and that is something also unique to this. Along with this, the percentage 5%, which is in itself is unique because it's very low. Along with that, this another repayment method which is usually monthly in other cases, that monthly payment has to be done or in 2 months, but here it is how much? Quarterly. ठीक है, आपको quarterly installments में you have to pay back, and the maximum period is 8 years, and this includes the moratorium period of 6 months. What is this moratorium period? Basically, whenever you take loan for any enterprise or any project, definitely from next month only you don't going to get the benefit, right? You require some time for the enterprise or for your business to get established, and then to have attract the customers, to sell the produce, right? So that is why the banks, they don't ask you for the interest from the next month only, right? So they give you this 6 months of gap, right, where it's like a resting period where you don't have to pay back anything to the bank, right? So you can establish your business, and after 6 months you can start off with the paying back quarterly, which is under the scheme. So this is maximum of 8 years, right? So in maximum of 8 years you would have to pay back quarterly, okay, in period of 6 months. So that is all in this video. So here is a homework for you all, right? Try to attempt it, and again, this was the news all about. I hope it is clear to you all. I'll take some doubts that I can see, and last year there were a lot of responses. It was very good to see a lot of responses. Vineet said the right answer, Pooja said the right answer, Indrajit said the right answer, then we have Devasmita saying the right answer, Sapna saying the right answer, we have Ragini saying the right answer, we have Pratul Shekhar saying the right answer, Kriti Pawar saying the right answer, Sri Devi saying the right answer, Harshita saying the right answer, then we have Namita saying the right answer, Sonia saying the right answer, Tanu, Ronak, then we have user saying the right answer, Sharma, we have Ranjit. All of them said the right answer. Along with that, we have Dilip, Rushi, we have welcome Rushi, then we have Kaveri, Anuj, we have Kunal, Shiva saying the right answer, King saying the right answer, Ajit, Ria saying the right answer, welcome Ria. Then we have strategy also, he said like what was the right answer. Yes, I've exchanged the digits, so it was 9 ministries and 11 critical interventions. Amar also said the right answer, explaining what was right. Thank you Shivank, thank you Knowledge. Then we have Rahul saying the right answer, thank you Raj, and then we have Niharika saying the right answer. Thank you everybody for the participation, and you can get the PDF of this particular video, this the lecture that we have discussed today, and all the lectures that we discuss in our YouTube channel from our Telegram channel. So you can join that, and you can also subscribe to our YouTube channel for more such videos. Thank you everybody for watching the session. If you have any doubt, any query, do ask me, I'll answer that, and also if you want me to cover any scheme, do let me know. If that is in news, I will definitely make a session on it. Now Akshay, to your question, see, that's true that if date will be mentioned, but the thing is, because we are covering government schemes, for example today, that the scheme that I covered, it was on 19th of December, right? So with government schemes, what happens, I can't actually cover on daily basis, because if I have covered last month any scheme and again there is a new news on it, right? So it will not be fruitful to then again covering the scheme. So that is why at least I keep 1 year gap between that, and that is why maybe for other current affairs session the date work can happen, but in case of scheme it is actually not possible, because maybe next in the next session, if I do not get any scheme, any new scheme in this February, in this January or December month, I might cover that of November, right? So then that will not be in accordance with the thumbnail date, right? Because that the session is going on in January, but that particular news, it is of November, right? So so I hope you get this, and if you still have any query, do let me know. I'll clear that. And Dexon, welcome. Okay, so all the best everybody for the preparation for the exam. We'll meet again with another video. Until then, all the very best for examination, and thank you.